when Buddhism comes to the new places, there's few challenges and also lots of opportunities. So I'll speak about a little bit of challenging things. In general, Buddhists trying to express two main teachings. One is how to become a healthy human being, which is based on love, compassion, and make ourselves balance in our mind, in our emotions, so we would not have too much emotions that when strong emotions hijacks the thinking mind. So there's a lot of teaching to become calm and finding inner human value, which is based on love and compassion. And there's a lot of teaching about awareness, how to be aware of your mental state, your emotion states, and because of mental state and emotion state become healthy, then it affects on our physical body also. Our physical body more calm, more well-being. So this kind of teaching is going very well in the West. It's very good for the new places, especially developed countries has a lot of anxiety, pity, stress. So those kind of teaching is excellent. And another part of teaching is we are dealing about basic problem, which is ego and many form of egos, and also reify everything very solid and serious. And then there's a basic fundamental anger, attachment, jealousy, proud. It's part of human being also. So those teaching is a little bit challenging in the West, and especially the path of enlightenment, which is not only talking about this life, but it's talking about the continuum of the mind stream, life after life. Of course, this consciousness, mind, is very strongly related or dependent on our human brain, but the subtlemost mind, which is we call essence of the mind or mind nature, or sometimes we call Buddha nature, is not depend completely on the brain. So it's like has its own flow, its own stream, and so it's carry on life after life. So that connected with the karma, and those things are very challenging in the West. I can see it. I've been traveling quite a number of years in the West, so and that part of the thing is very difficult, and with that is one of the core Buddhist teaching, to how to free from samsara, not only the trying to tame your mind, calm your mind, and trying to balance your emotion. This is one part of the Buddhist teachings message. Another one is to free from any dualistic fixation and connected with any form of ego, so go beyond the samsara. And that is we have to connect with mind stream, not only focus on this life alone. The second part of the problem or challenge, I think, is need time. So eventually the great practitioners in the West, in the form of Westerner body, and then they start to realize the innermost nature of mind, and then we can see some siddhas, which like a saint in the Vajrayana Buddhist or Mahayana or Theravada, whatever. So when we see some transformed human being through practice of Buddha Dharma, and we know before you practice Buddha Dharma how he or she, and now after many years of practicing, so we can see the result in beautiful way, like a beautiful yogis in India and Tibet. So if we can see like that, and slowly, slowly, that will inspire the practitioners in the West. So they can see it, the changes, they can see the beautiful beings exist through this practice. So naturally it become kind of evident to the public, to the people, and that will inspire more, and then that could be a kind of a new culture. Anything we need to sustain, any form of message or Dharma or whatever tradition, so we have to have some kind of cultural environment. With that cultural environment, I think then the second, what I'm talking about, a challenging one, so can survive and can help so many people. But it's obviously, it's very hard to see great beings in general. And then I think in the West, people are quite practical kind of people. So if there's no evidence and they cannot see it, if there's nothing that I can relate, I think it's very hard to believe. So we are not really teaching a stupid kind of belief, but I think it will come out of transformation. If we can see more people are transformed, then naturally everyone wants happiness. They don't want unnecessary suffering. So I think my point of view is we have to nurture the people who really want to seriously practice. First, I think it was very important to make human neurotic healthy. And that I think you can learn from psychologists, science, neuroscience, and contemplative science, and also a lot of from mindfulness practitioners and awareness practitioners, and of course love, compassion, some form of shamatha, meditation. Then the basic unbalance between mind and the emotions are balanced. Then we look for higher cause, which is awakening from the samsara, not only the taming the human problems. So that needs time. I think we need a lot of study, reflections, and seriously, like a 3, 6, 10, 12 years of practice, retreat. And of course we have to have great teachers, great sanghas that can inspire them, help them on the path. So in Tibet also same, India also same. The siddhas, realized beings, not so many, but there is. And if we can't make it happen, it doesn't matter about the numbers, but if we access few, I think there could be a very benefit. I think all the centers in the world, I think we have to look into both sides to tame the unnecessary suffering, reduce less. Then another side is trying to free from dualistic fixation, which is connected with samsaric mind, and free from samsara, and we call this liberation, enlightenment. That needs a lot of help, nurture, because that culture is not in the West. So we have to create that environment, and once we see realized beings, which is completely transformed, very beautiful, more normal than normal human beings, full of love and compassion, but not sucked into the love and compassion. Behind there, completely clarity. There's no me, but there is a me which is operating to the world based on love and compassion. If we can find or create that kind of situation, could be very wonderful things. I always looking to these two sides. So I think that is an important thing. I am optimist, because there is a suffering in general, especially in the West. I usually call it high-class suffering. Not only body-based suffering, but it's a mental-based suffering. And Buddhist teaching is very good to how to eliminate mental suffering more than the physical suffering. So through that, I think we can find so many good things, and of course until now, through the Buddhist practice, teachings, helping so many people. I'm not sure full enlightenment or not. I'm sure some people already have a high realization of the Buddhist views, meditations, but definitely I've seen so many people have been helped. The first part of the Buddhist teaching, how to tame your mind, to find calm and clear, and connect with the basic essence of love, and then from the essence of love and all the other wounded love or wounded habitual pattern, slowly transforming and melting. So I think I see a lot of good things. But the second one, I think we have to put a little bit of effort, is new. Although we talk about enlightenment, freedom, but most of people understand enlightenment like a temporary enlightenment, temporary openness, but not completely exhaust all the karmic deeds or seed in the old ground consciousness, and free from that. I think that is our task, one of the tasks. So that could take time, but possible. So yeah, really possible.
One last question.
The first teaching, of course, many people, they cannot really devote whole their life into Dharma, but it's also important there's something they can do in their life, they can change. So I'm quite happy with that. But I don't think so the first one will have a hindrance and the second one for the liberation. Of course, there's some people will stay the first level because it's kind of satisfying, function much better, become more kinder, and become more functionable in the world. Of course, many people will stay there, but some people might not satisfy by that. So they're looking some more based on what they achieve. So they want more ultimate happiness. I don't like that word very much, but I don't know how to use this other word. It might be there. So like, because the first happiness is also changing. So there's no really guarantee that you will have like a permanent kind of liberation. It's like a Panadol. You eat in the morning, then less headache, and then you go into the samsara, then tomorrow you got another headache. So eventually they see, oh, there's some fault in it. This is not really going anywhere, but it's sort of like making my day kind of happy and balanced. So they will look more. And especially I'm very happy because in the West you use your mind, thinking mind quite a lot. But out of that, there's a lot of good things also can come. So then you will search more. On the search, then you can find the second one, I think. So that is important. But I see another problem is, without the first one, directly jumping into the path of liberation, sometimes not healthy. So it will make more wound. Because the second part of the Buddha's teaching, I make the second. Of course, there's a, healthy human being part, and then the part of enlightenment or liberation. So we talk about renunciation, but sometimes they take renunciation as a, to fit the woundedness. You already hate samsara, but then the Buddhists also talk about renunciation. So somehow it comforts you that, oh yeah, I was thinking like that, but it's the same. It's not like thinking you want to liberate. So that could be a challenge. So my point of view is balance. And very important is teacher. So how he or she want to lead her students, because teacher has a responsibility. So if teacher is too scared of talking about liberation, or teacher does not know about human neurotic, immediately trying to lead it to the path of liberation could be a danger. Or some teachers are a little bit timid, like scared of talking about path of liberation because they think it's too much religious stuff. They're trying to be more human. So talk whatever human stuff and trying to take from the Buddha's teaching and make a one package and trying to deliver to the society, which is wonderful, great. But sometimes they give a message, this is the whole Buddhist path. That I don't like it. This is one of the Buddhist path, make very clear, and then there is another one more to go. From beginning, if we can give that kind of message, then it could be very healthy. Otherwise, we are sort of deluding. Oh, this is the Buddhism, but it's not fully Buddhist. Yep. So, thank you.